And then I saw her face. I'm a believer, and not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love.
Top of the morning, Shaladdin. My name is Jacksepticeye, and whoa, hold on for a second. Hey guys, CYHD here, and I am back with another reaction video. And today, I'm going to be reacting to Pinkie Tales' Arabian Nights, Shaladdin. And it's from Magpiepony, which was posted a month ago. Yeah, this was posted a month ago, and I never got a chance to take a look at it. Just never got a chance at all. But now, this is my time to watch it, so yeah, don't want to talk a lot. Let's jump right in. And I messed up. Hold on. Let's jump right in.
Pinkie Tales!
Let me turn it down.
Arabian Nights, Shaladdin!
Yay, Shaladdin! Been waiting over a year for this.
Poundin' Pumpkin. This time, for really reals, we're going to read a story about a faraway land with lots and lots of sand. Are you ready?
Once upon a time.
A long time ago, in the hot desert sands of Equestria, there was a kingdom called Saddle Arabia, home to adventure, exotic treasure, and family fun for all ages. This vast kingdom was a wonderful sight to behold. Our story begins one dark and fateful night, where a mysterious
okay, I remember the
cave
preview.
in the shape
I've seen
of a
this preview.
giant pony head arose from a great sand dune.
Yeah, that is
with the
Rarity,
pony who
with the
desired
big head.
access to its
And that's
treasure
bulk
trove.
biceps and Sombra.
Who in their right mind would wake me at this hour of the night?
The giant head said, blinking a few times before focusing her sights on the pony standing in front of her. He was a large, muscled Pegasus with abnormally small wings and a vacant look in his eyes.
Oh, this is promising. What is it you want?
The Pegasus's hooves shook in fright as he glanced over his shoulder to the mysterious stallion waiting behind him. The stallion narrowed his eyes and pointed his hoof expectantly in the direction of the giant pony head.
Let me guess, darling. You want access to my treasures and valuables? I am the Cave of Rarity, after all. They don't call me a wonder for nothing.
Yeah!
I'm right here, darling. There's no need to shout.
Actually, he does have the rights to shout.
One more time before timidly approaching the mouth of the cave.
Let's do this!
That's right, he does have the rights to shout.
And then another, his confidence building with each stride. Once he was inside, however, the Cave of Rarity's mouth snapped shut. She puffed out her sandy cheeks and spat the stallion back into the air. He soared miles overhead, screaming as he did so, while the cave sputtered in disgust.
That scream just came out on the right side of my ear.
That was vile! Absolutely disgusting! He tasted like mussels and sweat! No pony had better bother me again until a proper gentle colt with a heart of gold dares enter my treasure trove. And handsome. He simply must be handsome. Cleanliness is important as well. Perhaps he likes long walks on the beach and staying inside cozy by the fire on rainy nights. Not that we have much rain here in the desert.
The cave continued talking to herself as she slowly descended out of sight, leaving nothing but a giant sand dune and the mysterious stallion behind.
Huh. Well, that's something you don't see every day now, is it? A giant mystical talking cave with
Is that
dark hair
Brayburn?
and
As a
powerful
bird?
skeletons.
A loudmouth talking parrot perched on the back of the stallion said,
Then again, you don't see stallions like that every day either. I mean, is it even logical that all them muscles help that fool fly? You think that'd be counterproductive, what with the size of them wings?
Enough, Brago. Clearly this wasn't the correct pony to accomplish our task.
Good luck finding someone better. Or dumber.
Worry not. My magic will point us in the direction of this pony with a heart of gold. Victory is close at hoof, my friend.
And with that, the stallion ignited his horn with magic, and the pair disappeared into the night. The next day, life continued as normal.
Okay, in the background I see Trixie, Lyra, even Magpiepony, the Flint Brothers, and Zecora.
By mid-morning, the ponies had set up their stalls to sell their wares and had attracted a sizable crowd. This accounted for the royal guard presence, as it was not uncommon for thieves to covet the many tempting exotic trinkets and oddities. One such thief was a young stallion called Shaladdin. Having been brought up on the streets with only his agility and street smarts, Shaladdin spent his days dodging palace guards and stealing the meals he needed to survive.
Wait, you mean there are ponies in Saddle Arabia who have to steal just to live? What kind of crazy backwards place is this? Why can't they just eat the grass?
There is no grass, Pinkie. This
yeah,
is
only sand.
What does a dessert have to do with anything? I mean, I know I could live off of cupcakes and pies, but...
Desert, Pinkie, not dessert.
Yeah, I heard you. A dessert. That's a really cute accent, you know.
I'm referring to a large, dry, barren region, usually having sandy or
isn't
rocky
that
soil.
Obab Scribbler who's being the narrator right now?
I don't know what desserts taste like where you come from, but that doesn't sound appetizing at all. You haven't lived until you've tried the cake's award-winning marzipan mascarpone meringue madness. Ooh, wait here. I'll go get you some right now.
No, Pinkie.
No, not right now, Pinkie.
Shaladdin
Yeah, she's in the middle of the story.
Wouldn't have escaped pursuit all these years if it weren't for his very best friend Apul, the monkey. Of the pair of them, Shaladdin had great strength, but it was Apul who was gifted with the brains. Together, they were an unstoppable pair.
All right, Apul. Another day, another dinar.
Shaladdin said, scanning the marketplace stalls for something delicious to steal.
Do Saddle Arabian ponies use dinars? I thought we were trying not to misrepresent the culture with this here story. Besides,
Applejack?
have we ever ended the day with any money?
Applejack is the monkey!
It's just an expression. Lighten up, will ya? I'm starving. And I've got my eye on that stall of fruit over there. Just look at all those choices, Apul. Oranges, mangoes, watermelons, cherries, grapes, pineapples.
Wait, in our
I like a
climate, we eat
pineapple.
all that? We're in a desert, not on a tropical island.
Oh, look! They have your favorite.
Don't say it.
Bananas.
Oh, bananas. Right, 'cause I'm a monkey. Sorry, I thought you were gonna say something else.
Oh, wait, never mind. Looks like they're fresh out of bananas. Maybe we can get you a nice shiny red apple instead.
And there it is. I can't
Of course,
ever escape
her name
that
is
smell.
Applejack,
Apul
means she
casually
loves
made
apples.
her way towards their soon-to-be breakfast, muttering sarcastically under her breath.
They're making the element of honesty a thief in this story. That can't possibly go wrong.
She was moments away from reaching a particularly delicious-looking orange when she quickly ducked under the stool instead.
Oh, and there's Rainbow Dash.
A hooded mare had approached
And,
the assorted fruits,
Cadence
forcing
as,
Apul to remain
Jasmine.
out of sight.
Look, I remember the movie, okay?
Like a nice, juicy apple to start the day.
Oh, sure. I would love one.
The mare said, levitating the apple from the fruit merchant and taking a bite.
That'll be 2 bits.
Oh, so we're back to bits now?
Apul asked, still concealed from view. Shaladdin was not too far away, watching the exchange curiously. He seemed rather fixated on the mysterious shopper who might have cost him his breakfast.
Bits? Right. I have money. If you would just let me go back to the palace, I can...
You can't pay, you say? So you're a thief then? Do you know what happens to thieves like you?
No, I can pay. I just don't have anything on me right now.
Guards! Thief!
The mare's eyes darted around the marketplace in fear. Thinking fast, Apul climbed up the fruit stand and jumped onto the merchant's head, pulling her oversized turban over her eyes before reclaiming her spot on Shaladdin's back. Shaladdin quickly knocked over a basket of mangoes, causing the fruit to scatter between the merchant and the mare.
Be careful that you don't
When the
step on
merchant
them.
attempted to pursue her, she tripped over her own produce instead.
Quick, this way!
Shaladdin said, leading the mare away from the ruckus.
You didn't have to do that.
the mayor said, out of breath as she tried to keep up.
Don't worry about it. It's about time I got myself into trouble today anyway. I'm Shaladdin, and this little buddy of mine here is a pool.
The mayor started, but was cut off when the crowds parted and a line of palace guards were waiting for them. The guard in charge stepped forward with a smug grin on her face.
River Dash
Her
is
rainbow
that
nose
guard?
was only just visible under the
Oh, wait.
helmet she wore.
Wait.
She was at a place where she's
I
selling
thought Rainbow
apples.
was the merchant back there.
Halt! You finally done it this time, street rats. You're not getting away so
Does
easy.
River Dash play
The guard
two
fanned out her
characters?
wings and readied herself to take off in pursuit.
Who said this was easy?
Shaladdin asked, turning his attention to a large cart of barrels nearby. He bounded to the side, kicked off the wall of the building, and bucked his hind legs into the side of the cart, sending the barrels toppling over the unsuspecting guards. Not wasting any time, Shaladdin motioned for the mayor to follow him down an alleyway.
You see that old abandoned building? Wait there till I've given these guys the slip.
What about you?
This isn't the worst challenge I've faced.
Shaladdin said with a grin, igniting his magic and teleporting the mayor across the street and out of harm's way.
You still have magic? Why in the hell are we putting ourselves in danger every day just for a darn piece of fruit when you can make one appear?
Aw, but where's the fun in that?
There he is!
One of
Big
the guards
Mac!
called out. Apul recognized the sound of the
Big
guard's
Mac
voice
is one of the
and turned
guards.
to see a familiar deep crimson coat and light orange mane.
You're not gonna torture your own sister, are you, Big Mac? Because your sister is the
Friends
monkey.
didn't hesitate. They ran
Oh, I
along
could
the
see,
alley which led
Vinyl
back into
and,
the heart of the
Octavia.
marketplace. Unfortunately,
And,
there were
Carrot
too many
Top
ponies
and,
around to make a clean
I don't know who the
getaway.
Black Pegasus
Rather
is.
than stick to the streets, Shaladdin decided to take to the rooftops. With the pool on his back, he pushed off hard from the ground and leapt onto a nearby awning, which propelled him up onto the roof.
No, not on the roof. Rainbow will spot you in a...
Halt!
Yep, saw that coming.
Shaladdin only had moments to react.
Well, can't
before
you
he was sure
teleport?
to be
You have
caught.
magic.
Taking a sharp turn, he jumped back down between a pair of buildings, narrowly missing the clothing line between them as he fell. The guard, however, was not as fortunate. She flew straight into a rug, and before she could get herself free, the clothing line snapped her backwards into the sky again. Shaladdin laughed, and moments before touching the ground, he ignited his horn and teleported himself away. Moments later, he reappeared back inside the abandoned building he had mentioned, panting and smiling.
See? Piece of cake. Whew.
Apul jumped down from his shoulder and looked around curiously.
Where's the mayor?
Shaladdin looked around nervously for her before racing down the steps of the building and back out into the open. Unfortunately, waiting at the bottom
Oh,
were the palace
now,
guards, who
he's
quickly
caught.
seized him while he was distracted. The mayor in question was struggling a few feet away. Shaladdin growled and attempted to use his magic, but the strange device they'd locked on his horn prevented it.
By order of the
That's a
Sultan,
magic
you are
suppressor.
under arrest.
Let him go.
And why would I do a foolish thing like that?
Because I ordered you to.
The mayor said, pulling away her disguise. The guards around her gasped and immediately fell to the dirt road in a bow. Shaladdin quickly came to the realization that she was none other than the princess of Arabia. He'd never seen Princess Jadance before, but the moment he did, something in his heart skipped a beat. She was beautiful, and he couldn't look away from her kind lavender eyes.
I'm sorry, Princess, but the law is the law, and with all due respect, we are to follow it as instructed by your father. We've been after this thief for some time now. His crimes are too numerous to be ignored. You will have to consult your father on his decided punishment.
Fine. But if I learn that you mistreat him, I will report you to the Sultan myself.
The princess declared. She gave Shaladdin a sympathetic smile, then took off in flight for the palace. Shortly after, Shaladdin was...
I'm back! Here, try some of this. Oops.
What? Pinkie? It's all over everything, even the story.
It was an accident.
Yep. Now the story is ruined.
Let me just...
No, stay back. You've done enough.
But I just want to help.
Go to the bad Pinkie corner now and take the rest of this cake with you.
I'm being punished with dessert? I'm oddly okay with this.
Father? Father?
Princess Jadance called, pushing open the throne room door to find
Twilight?
the Sultan pacing in front of his throne.
Twilight
Daughter,
is
where
Cadence's
have you
father.
been? I was worried sick about you.
Sultan Sparkle said, pulling his daughter into a hug.
Father, I need to speak to you at once about a stallion taken prisoner in the marketplace.
You were in the marketplace? What were you doing outside the palace walls?
Surely the princess has good reason for abandoning her father.
A dark and sinister-looking pony said,
And there's
emerging from the
Sombra
side
right
of the
there.
throne, where previously he had been standing motionless. He was the Sultan's most trusted advisor. Although he smiled, it was a twisted and unnerving smile, which matched the off-putting tone of his voice.
I didn't abandon any pony. I merely wished to experience something outside of the Stonewall prison.
But you could have been hurt.
I was getting along fine on my own.
That is not what I heard, Your Majesty. My sources have told me that the princess ran into some trouble during her little act of rebellion. She was found with a dangerous criminal in the marketplace before his capture.
He wasn't dangerous.
Yeah, he wasn't even harming anyone.
A rude and overbearing street merchant. That's why I'm here, Father, to plead on his behalf. Oh, he might be a thief, but he is no hardened criminal. Even I can tell he has a heart of gold.
Sombra's eyes widened at the mention of a heart of gold. He looked away from the Sultan to the door leading to the dungeon.
I don't want any harm coming to him, Father. Please, for his act of bravery, can you not pardon his crimes?
That would be quite impossible, Your Highness. No thief can be redeemed by one mere act of kindness. The Sultan would be wise to keep the youth in the dungeon.
Yeah, he is a thief, but he's harmless.
Harm.
I'm afraid he's right, my dear. My hooves are tied on this matter. The law states that a pony must
A line
pay for
from
his crimes,
season
no
4
matter
episode.
his intention. The prisoner will remain in the dungeon.
And I think it was Tradia.
Cadence's eyes watered, and she stormed from the throne room. Sultan Sparkle heaved a heavy sigh before following after her.
Worry not, my liege. You made the correct decision.
Sombra called out to him, waiting until he had left the throne room before erasing the phony smile from his face.
Rago, wake up at once!
Sombra snapped, turning his attention to the parrot still asleep on the perch beside the throne.
I never liked Bluebird!
Come, I think we have a little business to conduct in the dungeon.
Deep in the confines of the dungeon, Shaladdin found himself chained uncomfortably to the wall. His only means of light came from a small window above his head. Luckily for him, a pull was just the right size to squeeze through the window's bars and come to his aid.
How's it coming, little buddy?
Shaladdin asked, while a pull struggled to free her friend.
Well, seeing as how I'm a monkey and have no idea how to work these, hand things, not good.
Apple said, fidgeting with the lock clumsily.
Maybe you could try to get this thing off my horn first?
Apple examined the strange device locked on Shaladdin's horn. She reached out to touch it and was met with a surprising surge of electrical current.
Apple! Are you alright? Apple?
I absolutely refuse to say this next line.
What next line?
Nope, I'm not gonna do it. Are you kidding me? We can't advance in the story unless I say it? Consarn it, Pinkie Pie, this is the most ridiculous... Fine. Well, that was... shocking. And the lamest joke I ever had to mutter.
Oh, come on, I thought it was a great
I
pun.
will be of more assistance to you, my young lad.
Huh? Who goes there?
Oh, just a lonely prisoner like yourself.
The stallion said, levitating a strange-looking key
Pretty much
to the
that's an
device
old
around
Sombra
Shaladdin's
right
horn,
there.
freeing it instantly. Shaladdin then used his own magic to pry open the chain around his neck.
Thanks.
You know, you're quite spry for a young stallion. I heard the Royal Guard discussing your history of dodging your arrest.
Yeah, well, it only takes one mistake to end up here, so none of that really matters, does it?
Ah, but you're wrong, my friend. Some pony with skills like yours could be of great use to me.
What exactly do you want?
There is a great treasure that awaits the pair of us, if you are willing to take the risk. Only I know its whereabouts. But alas, My magic is too weak, and my bones too brittle to retrieve it on my own. Think of it, lad. Riches beyond your wildest dreams. Riches enough to buy a pardon for your crimes and court the mare that you seek.
What will I have to do?
Why don't you come with me and find out?
The old stallion said, igniting his magic to reveal a secret passage hidden in one of the dungeon walls.
Really? That's how easy it is to get out of here? No wonder there's so much crime in Saddle Arabia.
Apul muttered, as Shaladdin followed the stallion out of his cell. It was just
and
after
there's
twilight
Rarity again!
when the pair of ponies had reached the opening of the Cave of Rarity.
Twilight was there?
No, Pinkie. Twilight as in time of day. Wait. What are you doing out of your corner?
I came to see if it's the genie thing yet.
You do realize that you spoiled part of the plot, right? You'll be in the story soon enough.
Me? What
Wait,
do you mean?
You're playing the part of the genie, aren't you?
Just because I can break the fourth wall and make lots of funny jokes, you just assume that I casted myself
So
as
Pinkie
the genie,
is
huh?
the genie!
That's called character profiling. I expected better from you.
Well, if you let me continue the story, maybe we'll find out who is playing the genie.
Proceed.
Who disturbs my beauty sleep at a much more reasonable hour?
The giant pony head exclaimed, looking at the old stallion and his new comrade.
The cave head is Rarity? Really?
Me. My name is Shaladdin, and I have come seeking entrance to your vast treasure.
I know, darling. Ponies don't usually seek out mystical caves just to have a nice chat. Although that would be nice. You are a much better choice than the last stallion who attempted to enter my cave.
What do you mean, attempted?
Oh? What is this?
Yeah, Bulk Biceps wasn't a great
Is
visitor.
that a country-speaking monkey? Am I really expected to allow a monkey into my treasure trove?
This monkey is my best friend, and if she doesn't go, I don't go.
Aww, how sweet! You two must be the best of friends. All right, I've heard enough. Clearly, young stallion, you have a heart of gold. After all, it must be quite challenging to care for a smelly and hairy little creature like that and call it a friend.
Hey!
You may come in, darling, but I warn you, touch only the instrument of destiny or be prepared to face drastic consequences.
The Cave of Rarity opened her mouth to allow Shaladdin passage. As he approached, the old stallion called out to him.
Bring me the instrument of destiny, and the rest of the treasure is yours.
Shaladdin nodded and began the descent into the cave.
Wait, how is that a fair deal? We were just warned moments ago not to touch anything else.
I think I remember part of the movie.
Here wants the one thing
Jafar was disguised as an old man to trick Aladdin.
Yeah, you worry too much, Apul. We'll be fine.
Once Shaladdin
Sorry if I
and Apul
spoil
had reached
anything
the
to
bottom
you
of the cave,
if
their
none of
eyes
y'all saw
widened in wonder
Aladdin.
at the sight of the vast treasure within. The difficulty of the situation was just now sinking in, as the pair both wondered in silence how it would be possible to find an instrument of destiny in these mountains of gold and jewels. It certainly didn't.
Yeah,
help
there
that
is
they
a lot
weren't
of
allowed
gold
to
and
touch
jewels.
anything.
Watch out!
Apul shouted, moments before Shaladdin accidentally stepped hoof on a strange-looking carpet laying atop the sand.
What? What's wrong?
You just touched that carpet thing. I thought we weren't allowed to do that down here.
Maybe this is the instrument of destiny?
Oh, well, I'm not exactly an instrument. I'm more of a...
Fluttershy?
doormat.
The carpet said. Shaladdin backed
Fluttershy
away
is the
from
flying carpet.
in surprise, falling onto the ground and nearly squashing his simian friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Are you alright?
Scare me? No, you just surprised me is all. I've never seen a talking carpet before. My name's Shaladdin. What's yours?
I'm a doormat.
Really? 'Cause you look like a carpet to me.
No, I mean my name is Doormat. Oh, wait. Who said that?
Oh, that's my friend, Apul.
Shaladdin said. turning to the side for Doormat to see the monkey on his back.
A monkey? Oh, how adorable. Oh, and she even has a little fez. Aww.
Would you like to come with us? We're looking for the Instrument of Destiny.
I would love to. I think I know where that is. But you can't get there on hoof.
Well, obviously you can fly us there, right?
Yes. I guess I could, but I'm rather afraid of heights.
Apul face-palmed from Shaladdin's
How could
back.
you be afraid of heights?
How about you get
You
us
are a
as close
flying
as you
carpet.
can,
You don't
and
have
we'll
any
figure it out from
eyes.
I can do that.
Doormat said, allowing Shaladdin to settle on top of her. She levitated herself off the ground slowly and flew off in the direction of their prize. After a long cautionary flight, mere inches off the ground, they arrived in a separate section of the cave where large stone steps led to a glowing pedestal above.
Well, this is it.
Wait, if we're underground and it's dark outside, how is that pedestal lit up?
Come on, Apul. Let's just get this Instrument of Destiny and get out of here.
Shaladdin said, ascending the stone steps with Apul on his back. Once they reached the top, Shaladdin paused in surprise.
The Instrument of Destiny is...
A tuba?
Of course it's a
Wait.
tuba.
Before
I
Shaladdin
see
could say
Pinkie
another
Pie's
word, the tuba began to shake and move
key
on
mark
its
on
own.
it. Is that her?
From somewhere within, a pink cloud of smoke burst forth, carrying with
Yep,
it a magical
Pinkie Pie's the genie.
Ta-da!
So, you are the genie after all.
Duh. I'm like the perfect pony for this role. Except maybe Discord, but he's still in trouble.
And you gave me
Oh yeah, the last
grief
one.
for nothing.
Well,
Discord
I never
Tales
said
one.
I wasn't gonna play the part.
Ugh, no wonder all those other narrators quit.
Did some pony summon a genie by blowing into the Instrument of Destiny?
No?
Oh. Oops. My bad. I'll just wait until you do that then.
The genie said, disappearing back inside the tuba. Shaladdin looked at Apul, and then back at the tuba, before pressing his lips to the mouthpiece and giving a mighty blow.
Shaladdin, I'm so happy you've released me from my musical prison at last.
How do you know my name?
Magical
Yeah, how do you know
concentration,
him?
Of course. It has nothing to do with the walls or the number 4. Anywho, you're probably wondering who I am.
You're a genie?
How did you know? Was it the narrator? Did she spoil it for you?
Don't blame me.
You just said it yourself a couple seconds ago.
Oh, that's right. Well, here I am, the genie of the Instrument of Destiny, otherwise known as a tuba. It's a pun, you see.
Yeah, how could
That's not the
a
best
tuba
part. I'm a
be an
wish-granting
instrument of
genie,
destiny?
so you get 3 wishes. Wait, what is that?
The genie asked. She disappeared momentarily, only to reappear again next to a pile of treasure that included a large, sparkling sapphire.
Shiny.
The genie said, reaching out a hoof.
Wait, don't!
Apul cautioned.
Yeah,
She
don't play
was
with that.
sickened Too late. The genie picked up the sapphire and admired it in the torchlight.
How dare you! My one rule was not to touch my treasure!
Oops. but it was so shiny and I couldn't help myself. Oh my, look! The entrance to the cave, it's closing.
Run!
Shaladdin called, using his magic to carry the tuba as he did so. Apul reached out and clung onto Doormat, who fluttered aimlessly as they ran.
Fluttered. I love puns.
Unfortunately, by the time they had reached the base of the stone steps,
Why are the
cave
words
red
changing on
had
a
already
doormat?
closed her mouth and descended back into the sand.
Wait.
Looking around them, Shaladdin realized the caverns of
Is
vast
that carpet
treasure
saying
had all
what she's
disappeared,
saying?
leaving nothing but long, empty chasms.
That
He and his
really is a
friends
magical
were
carpet
stranded
after all.
hundreds of feet below the surface.
Well, that's just great. How in the hay are we supposed to get out of here?
Oh, I know.
Yep,
Doormat
you 4 are
can
too
let us
late.
out.
Wait,
I'd really rather
Turn
not
back.
fly that high. Oh yeah, I forgot you had a height problem. Knew I should have made you the tiger. What? Nothing.
Well, I do have 3
How-
wishes. Maybe I can just.
How does Carpet have a height problem? She doesn't have a face.
Use your unicorn magic.
How does she see things?
Oh, right.
Shaladdin said with a smile. He ignited his horn, and in a flash of light, he and his friend
they can teleport.
The skirts of Saddle Arabia.
What? But I'm the genie. I'm the only one who's supposed to have magical Ricket powers and save the day. You just light your horn and poof, like that? What's the point of having a genie? What's the point of having a magical talking doormat that can fly but doesn't want to? And what happened to my song? I'm supposed to get a song. Now be a good little poor pony and wish you're a prince so that you can wear the princess.
Shaladdin, Apul, and Doormat stared at the genie unblinking, unsure what to say.
Wish it!
Okay. I wish I was a prince.
Okie dokie dokie.
The genie exclaimed with glee. She waved her hooves dramatically and conjured a great cloud of pink smoke. When it cleared, Shaladdin could see his appearance was drastically altered to reflect that of Saddle Arabian royalty. Although he wasn't a fan of the pink-centric color scheme, Shaladdin beamed from ear to ear.
Oh yeah, because he is wearing pink.
What in the hay did you do to me?
Shaladdin turned around to see his simian companion was no
Spike?
longer a monkey. Instead, she had a purple
Applejack
scaly
turned
body
into
with
Spike.
a stubby pointed tail and green spikes that spanned from the top of her head to the base of her tail.
You turned me into Spike?
Shaladdin's a prince now. He needs something cooler than a monkey for a pet, don't you think? What's more princely than a dragon?
I think you're adorable.
Maybe next time you won't suggest some pony use magic to upstage the only magical pony in this story. Besides the bad guy.
Is that what this is about? I'm just pointing out the obvious because some pony tells her stories with these giant plot holes that don't make a lick of sense. You only cast yourself as the genie so you could steal the show, didn't you?
You following any of this?
Free reign over all the details, even though it don't make a lick of sense.
Genie, come here.
What?
You're dragging this out longer than it needs to be. We need to move on.
But narrator.
And you're turning Apul back into a monkey.
Aw, do I have to?
Genie.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it.
Sombrar!
The princess called, storming
Sombrar.
down the palace corridor towards him.
Good
I just spoke
parody
to the royal
name for
guard, and they
Jabbar.
informed me that you personally escorted the prisoner from his cell. What have you done with him?
Your Highness, it is my duty to uphold the peace in Saddle Arabia. I merely carried out the stallion's sentence.
Sentence?
Yes. You see, the stallion was...
swallowed by a giant pony head in the middle of nowhere.
What?
He tricked him, I knew it!
Princess.
What? You were there! You saw him get eaten!
Brago started, but was swiftly cut off when Sombra's magic snapped the parrot's mouth shut.
I'm afraid I must inform you that the stallion was banished to the desert. I don't make the rules, Princess. I merely enforce them. We can't go changing our bylaws because the princess felt bad for the street urchin.
But the scorching sands of the desert stretch on for miles. It's a death sentence.
A tragic yet necessary part of Saddle Arabia's prosperity. Besides, you have far more things to worry your pretty little head about, Like your lineage.
He's right, my daughter.
The Sultan said, entering the throne room with his escort of palace guards. His ears were matted against his head.
I have promised the ponies a decision will be made before tomorrow at sunset.
But father, every stallion asking for my hoof were all egotistical brutes only after the throne. How could you expect me to choose one of them to wed?
With all due respect, Princess, we cannot simply wait around for some pony to burst into the palace and declare they have found your true love.
Now that's just asking to be jinxed.
The palace doors burst open, and a strange pink pony pushed a large cannon into view, aimed directly at the Saddle Arabian throne.
Told ya.
Your Royal Majesties, and creepy advisor stallion and annoying talking pigeon.
Hey!
May I present to you Princess
Yeah, he's merely a parrot.
True Love.
The pink pony said, igniting the cannon which promptly exploded into an array of balloons, confetti, streamers, and a regal stallion standing atop a magic flying doormat. The stallion soared across the room, his doormat screaming the entire way.
My oh my, who is this?
The Sultan exclaimed, taken in by the flashy entrance.
Oh hey, it's that Shaladdin kid! He must have found the genie and gotten out!
Hush! I must learn who this charlatan is.
Are you kidding me? You don't see the resemblance? It's Shaladdin! Look, I can see that monkey's tail coming out from under his turban!
Give it up, cousin. They'll never listen.
Your Majesty, my name is Prince Shining Armor, and I have come to request the hoof of your lovely...
That is his real name.
You certainly know how to make an appearance, young prince. Come, meet my daughter, the rarest and most beautiful flower in all of Saddle Arabia.
Shaladdin bowed before Jaden's and kept his eyes locked on hers. She looked so different from the runaway he had met on the street, but her striking eyes remained as hypnotizing as he remembered. Shaladdin was frozen in place, unable to summon the right words to greet her, in fear of her rejection.
Princess, you are indeed quite lovely. I wish I knew what to say.
Having unwittingly used his second wish, Genie poofed to a tiny floating version of herself and told him the next line to say.
I have traveled a great distance and faced many obstacles to ask you this one question. Will you marry me?
If you think I can be won over by an exuberant entrance like that, then you are a fool. Unlike my father, I am far from impressed, Prince Shining Armor, and I refuse to remain in the company of those who would trade my marriage like wares in a marketplace.
Princess Jaden's exclaimed, taking off in flight back to her chambers in a huff.
Well, there goes one of the only good cannon ships.
Hours later, in the courtyard below Princess Jaden's balcony, Shaladdin was pacing back and forth. He was worried that he'd ruined his first impression with the princess, and ultimately, her approval.
Genie, what am I going to do? She'll never give me a chance now.
Aw, cheer up, Shaladdin. There's way too much fan art and merchandise of you two for this not to work.
Genie said, mindlessly blowing balloons.
Look at all those balloons.
Then come to life.
I don't think she was too keen on the meet and engage thing you had going on there.
Excuse me, little Miss Sour Apple, but for your information, all the best fairy tale princes get the girl that way. Just ask Prince Dash or Prince Charming. They meet, they kiss, they marry. Ooh, you just forgot to kiss her. No wonder it didn't work.
Maybe
are you seriously going back into what happened the last one?
She might not hate me.
Got you covered.
Genie said, magicking a giant heart-shaped hot air balloon with a picture of Shaladdin and Jaden's kissing plastered on its side.
I don't think I'll be needing your help for this one, Genie. Not that your magic isn't great. It's just that, Doormat here said she really wants to help me out.
I do?
Of course you do! After all, every pony has to conquer their fears eventually, right? All you have to do is fly me up to the balcony. I'll do the rest.
Oh, okay. I'll do it. Aw, really? But look! It even says, shipments approved.
I'll tell you what, Genie.
Of course,
I'll use Doormat's help this
Cadence
time.
and Shining Armor are shipped because they're married on the show.
Wish to set you free.
What?
Really? Does that mean I can go anywhere and use my magic for anything I want?
Now let's just think about that a little bit, Shaladdin. I'm not sure the world can handle Genie's, unique style of magic.
Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Shaladdin said, standing atop Doormat and guiding her flight to the balcony above. Princess Jaden's had shut herself in her chamber since the display in the throne room. Her faithful pet, Ranger the Tiger, was close.
Now Rainbow Dash
wishing
is
there was
playing
something that could cheer up her princess.
Jasmine's lion.
We're expecting a decision tomorrow, Ranger. This is why I tried
Rainbow
to leave
Dash
in the first
is
place.
playing a bunch of characters
I can't
in this.
marry one of those brutes and allow my father's throne to be misused for personal gain.
Ranger suddenly leapt to her paws and growled lowly in the direction of the balcony.
What is it? Who's there?
Jaden's wondered aloud. She crossed the room and opened the doors leading outside, with Ranger following close behind. Standing alone on the balcony was Prince Shining Armor with an apologetic grin on his face.
Hello again, Princess. Please forgive my intrusion.
Shaladdin was cut off when Ranger pounced, claws swiping at the intruder.
Ranger, no. Let me handle this.
Ranger? As in Rainbow? She's the tiger too?
We ran out of the budget. Do you know how much it costs to turn you into a monkey? Or Rarity into a giant talking head?
Wait! Princess, please, let me explain. I'm very sorry I gave you the wrong first impression earlier. I was so nervous to talk to you that I stumbled on my words.
That didn't seem like a stumble to me. It seemed like a proposal.
Believe me, Princess, even I don't know what I was thinking. I only wanted to say the right thing, and it got a little out of hoof. Please, give me another chance.
Though she wanted to turn the stallion away, there was something strangely familiar about this prince. She nodded her head curtly, much to Ranger's dismay.
Aww, she's so beautiful.
What is that?
Oh, this is Doormat. She's a magical flying and talking carpet who just so happens to enjoy animals and hate heights.
A magical what?
Here, let me show you.
You want me to stand on a magical talking carpet and fly off this balcony? You're right. My first impression of you wasn't correct. You're not a selfish, egotistical brute. You're just insane.
Don't tell me you're afraid.
Afraid? Why would I be afraid? I have wings. I can fly perfectly well.
Yeah, you definitely have wings.
This can't be the worst challenge you've faced.
I mean, you are more like a
With
Pegasus.
those words, Cadence was reminded of what the poor stallion in the marketplace had said. She gave the prince a closer look, seeing the resemblance in his coat and mane, and ventured to guess that this was indeed the Shaladdin she had feared was long gone.
All right, I'll go.
Shaladdin smiled and helped her onto Doormat before the three of them flew from the balcony into the night sky. There's something magical about flying Doormat rides over a moonlit city. In the span of a few minutes, her mind and her heart was changed about Shaladdin, and she embraced feelings of oddly placed romance. Holding each other close, Shaladdin and Jaden sang the woes of the lives they had led and the bright future they could foresee together. As their love blossomed, Shaladdin debated whether or not to tell Jadence the truth about who he really was, but fearing he may lose her, he decided instead to hold his tongue. After their magical flight around the city, Doormat returned the happy couple to the princess's balcony, grateful to be on solid ground again. Before it was time to leave, Shaladdin pulled the princess into an embrace.
Here I was dreading the decision I was forced to make, and now I find myself rejoicing in it. I must find my father right away.
Jadence said, taking off from the balcony in flight with the brightest smile on her face. Moments later, Genie and Apul joined Shaladdin on the balcony.
That was cute.
Did it!
That was really cute.
Look at you. I bet your heart is all a flurry. Get it?
Ha ha. Very
of course,
funny.
Flurry Heart.
She's the pony of my dreams, Genie.
Because
I
it's
could
their
never
daughter.
Have done this without you.
I have so many plans for my magic now that I'm gonna be free. I can throw the biggest party in pony history and invite everyone. Well, I don't know about the narrators. They don't really seem like the party type. Maybe I can just make things canon. Ooh, like Princess Big Mac. Wouldn't he make the most amazing princess ever?
Genie, wait.
What is it?
I'm not so sure I can keep up this charade on my own. Jadence still thinks I'm a prince, and the only thing I have to my name is a fancy title and some nice clothes. If I can't convince the princess that I am royalty, I don't have a chance.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I might need to hang on to my third wish. For now.
But you... and I thought you can't.
Wow, even I think that's cold.
Apul said, Doormat agreeing with a soft nod.
Oh, come on, guys. You can't blame me for being worried. I don't want to lose her.
Fine. If you need me, Master, I'll be inside the tuba. And if it sounds like I'm crying, I'm not. I'm just fine-tuning the instrument. So
of course, you are about to cry.
I should have made you make me a pinky promise, even though you have no idea what a pinky is.
The genie said, disappearing back into the tuba in a huff.
Looks like you're out of luck, Prince Shining Armor. Or should I say, Shaladdin?
A dark voice said somewhere behind Shaladdin. In a flash of light, Shaladdin was transported to the throne room of the palace, His fine robes had become rags.
Hey, you
again,
got that
and his
magic
friends Dormat
suppressor
and
back
Paul
on your
were being
horn.
restrained by the Saddle Arabian guard.
Stop squirming, you little pest!
The rainbow-maned guard said, trying to hold Ranger still.
Roar!
Wait, what?
Brago chimed in, looking from the guard to the tiger and back.
None of this makes a lick of sense anymore.
Don't even get me started.
In the confusion, Shaladdin's tuba was pried from his hooves, and he was detained by the remaining castle guard. Sombra held the tuba up in the moonlight with his magic, and gave a mighty cackle of joy.
At last, the instrument of destiny is mine. You bring me the Sultan and the Princess, and you detain the boy. The last thing I need is for some pony to decide to be stupid and heroic.
The Saddle Arabian guard didn't hesitate and carried out Sombra's wishes. As they did so, Sombra blew into the tuba mouthpiece, summoning the genie. A great flash of light and smoke appeared from within. But rather than the genie, a large sign hovered in the air in her place.
We're sorry. The genie you are trying to reach is unavailable at this time due to Shaladdin being a big fat meanie. If you are here to apologize, blow the tuba.
Shining called him fat? I mean, Pinkie called him fat. Excuse me.
Enough of this. Genie, I am Sombra, your new master, and I demand you appear before me to grant me my wishes.
Does that mean you wish to see me out there?
Yes! Wait, no, that's not what I...
Too late! That's one wish down, 2 remaining! Who said you have to be a witty young stallion hero to outsmart the big bad? Wait, what did you say your name was? Sombrero? Like the hat?
Enough! I am the master here, and you will do as I say!
The palace guards returned with the Sultan and the Princess, both of whom protested angrily, but were unable to sway the guards.
Of course, the guards are being controlled by Sombra.
Your Majesty. Your stallions answer only to me now. All it took was a simple brainwashing curse, and their feeble little minds were mine to control.
No! Sombra, you traitor!
Yeah, isn't it weird that the bad guy already has magic to do stuff like that, and yet still thinks he needs a genie to take over?
Genie, for my first wish.
Second wish.
I wish to be the Sultan of all of Saddle Arabia.
Okay.
Sombra and all the ponies in the room waited in anticipation of a large display of magic that never came.
Well?
It's done. What, do you want a parade and a lavish musical number? Because we didn't have time to do that for the good guy. What makes you think you're gonna get it?
You won't get away with this, Sombrar! I refuse to obey a sultan like you!
Shaladdin shouted, struggling against the guards that held him.
Little Shaladdin, I had almost forgotten. Your charade ends at last, my naive little friend. Did you really believe I wouldn't recognize you when you came parading back to Saddle Arabia?
You didn't. I did.
And what must the princess think of you now, Now that she knows you are nothing more than a street rat plucked from the marketplace and conned into getting me the tool I need to take over her father's throne.
I already knew who he was.
Wait, what?
You don't think I could forget you this quickly, do you, Shaladdin? Once I saw you on my balcony, I recognized you. I knew you were only pretending to be a prince to bypass the law of my father.
Smart girl. Don't see many of those.
Yeah, she is pretty smart.
It doesn't matter. There is only one way to get rid of a meddlesome fool like you, Shaladdin. Prepare to face the most powerful ruler in all of Saddle Arabia!
Sombra ignited his horn and stamped his hooves on the ground, causing it to quake. Every pony, including the guards, lost their balance, giving Shaladdin the opportunity to escape. He raced towards the princess, only to be thrown in the opposite direction by a
Are you
great
serious? A
scaly
black
tail
version of
appeared
Gummy?
between them.
Shaladdin, no!
Oh my. Is he a giant alligator?
A giant baby alligator.
That's it. I quit. You made the bad guy turn into Gummy?
Please. He ones, too. Shaladdin's doomed. Popcorn?
Sombra snapped his teeth at Shaladdin.
Why are you on his side? You're his master!
Sombra's continued attacks, but knew eventually fatigue would spell his doom.
He's the master of her!
I'm betting on the alligator.
Brago
Why
said,
do I get confused
joining
sometimes?
Genie and snacking on the buttery treat she had conjured.
Brayago, you too?
Way I see it, cuz, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. Ain't I supposed to be evil anyway?
Yeah, till the sequel when you get redeemed for no other reason other than they wanted to keep Gilbert Gottfried around.
Makes sense.
Give it up, Shaladdin. You have failed. Your wits and magic can never exceed my own.
Not true, Sombrar, for you are forgetting one crucial thing. Genie has more power than you will ever have. Once I get my hooves on that tuba and wish for the powers of a genie, I will defeat you.
Don't just go shouting your plans, Shaladdin.
Trust me, little friend.
You do have a point, but I'm afraid you shall never have that chance, you fool, for it is I who will use my final wish to become an all-powerful genie!
So is that like you wishing it, or just giving a play-by-play of what's going on in your head?
I wish for you to make me into an all-powerful genie!
There it is. I knew that first one wasn't like an official wish.
Consarn it, Pinkie, just do it!
Apple said, seeing the way her friend was tiring in his attempts to dodge the giant reptile's attacks. The genie nodded, and the room flashed with a burst of magic, transforming Sombra from alligator to a menacing genie with eyes that glowed and magic like great plumes of black smoke.
I can feel the power coursing through me. No pony will ever be able to stop me now.
Shaladdin raced across the room while Sombra was distracted.
Of course, his
following
instrument
the black
of destiny
smoke to
is a
its source.
sombrero!
He skid to a stop in front of a large Mexican-looking hat.
Get it? Now he's a sombrero. Say that 5 times fast.
That's right, Sombrar. You do have all the magic, but you can't use it. As a genie, you are bound to follow the whims of a master. Whichever master dares wear this, hat.
What?
For my first and only wish, I wish for you to banish yourself from all pony kind, somewhere far away, where no pony nor creature will ever find you again!
Sombra growled in protest, but his magic ignited, and with a resounding boom, he disappeared, taking the
And
strange
it's
cat
over.
prison with
The
him.
end.
See, now that is how the original story should have ended. Would have saved everyone the headache of a sequel. Sorry, Brayago. Guess that means you don't get redeemed.
Wait! Let's talk about this for a sec. I was brainwashed. Like the cards. I never liked that guy. Too brooding, too obviously evil. I like the subtle things. You'll give me a chance, right, Shaladdin? What about you, cousin? We are kin, after all.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Ooh, burn!
Shaladdin
That's right,
reared
Pinkie.
on his hind legs and aimed a spell towards Brago, who screamed in protest.
All right, I'm going. I'd rather be a Western pony stereotype than a bird anyway.
Brago said, fleeing from Shaladdin and his friends in a hurry.
Shaladdin!
Jadance cried in relief, running into Shaladdin's open hooves.
A disaster! An absolute catastrophe! To think all these years I trusted him to... Why, Jadance, my dear. Can it be true? Have you finally decided on a suitor?
But, Your Majesty, I lied. I'm not of royal blood.
Father, please. If you want me to be happy, abolish your law and let us be together.
Shaladdin, my boy, you have proven to be brave of heart and noble of spirit. I could not have asked for some pony better to wed my daughter and bring her a lifetime of happiness. Consider the law abolished.
The two lovers rejoiced and locked their lips in a
Aww.
romantic kiss.
Does he realize that Sultan Sparkle's an alicorn and probably will live forever? And so is the princess, so there's really no need for an heir.
Shh! What is it with you fourth wall breakers and interrupting the love scene?
Shaladdin nuzzled Jadance, but pulled away with a small grin.
There's just one thing left to do. Genie, I use my third wish. and I wish you free.
Genie let out a mighty cheer and ignited a slew of party
Yay!
cannons
Hooray
in
for
celebration
Pinkie!
before bouncing off the walls in a flurry of pink light and magic. With no limit to her power, she would now be free to spread her crazy energy in parties across the globe.
And we're doomed.
The end. Good night, Poundin' Pumpkin. I'm so glad I finally get to tell you the real story. Sweet dreams, my little ponies. And I'll see you all next time for some more Pinkie Tales.
See you later, Pinkie. Okay, it's Annika Lamb. I can't really read that. Lily Leaf. Edward James. Blake Semi. Ashley H. The Brony with the Bow T. Hello, LNVA. And Silver Swirls. And of course, I am Shadow. Ooh, and Goody Serenade. Next time, Pinkie Tales, The Little Mermaid. One of my favorite Disney movies, The Little Mermaid. Anyways, that was a really good Pinkie Tales parody. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Sorry that I haven't been talking like during the whole video. Sometimes I would just like to relax and just enjoy the video, that's for sure. I mean, sometimes I do talk a lot when I react to the Daughter Discord series. It is such a good series. I am enjoying it. But I am enjoying this series as well. And I hope to see the very last Princess Trixie Sparkle episode, which is episode 10, but I haven't reacted to episode 9 yet. Maybe sometime I will get the time to like react to episode 9. And I am excited for The Little Mermaid, and of course I am a big fan of Little Mermaid. Anyways, I'm gonna end it off here because I have been recording for an hour and I am tired. What's in, guys? Thanks for watching and... oh boy.